Hi and welcome, I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. What's the Monday painting video? What's it all about? Well, the Monday painting video is essentially a painting video, but the models in question are voted on by you guys from last week's Weekly Wednesday, which is a weekly Q&A. In that video, I show you a host of models and you guys vote on what you want me to paint for this Monday's painting video. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. So as you would have seen from the thumbnail, the Scutari High Marshal won the vote for this week. So I've just Steel Legion dragged sort of dry brush / painted the base. Now before I get into colours and start getting into what I'm going to do with this guy, one thing I stopped doing a long time ago was talking about points of interest on the model, and that's come up a few, last couple of weeks. A few people have asked me about things like that, and I covered that last weekly Wednesday. But I thought myself, what I need to start doing is start incorporating that back into the painting videos, so you guys can see, understand what I'm talking about. Now for me, there's really only 2 points of interest on this model. One is the front of him, of all these armor plating and his cybernetics at the front. The second is his cloak. Now I would probably say the servo skull on top of him could be a point of interest, because that's going to be white, like skull white and some swinging skulls, so it's going to really stand out from the rest of the model. So probably 3 points of interest, but the skull's not really that much of a big, but it will attract the attention, attract your eye. So the first colour I'm going to come in with is some Calidor Sky. The first thing I'm going to do with that colour is I'm going to come in and get all of his cloak. Now I have watered this down because I want a nice thin coat first of all. And see, with thin coat first of all, I just want to have a nice thin coat, so you see that the black still coming through a little bit. It gives it a little bit of dirty shade on it. I'm going to crack on with the rest of that. So here we are. It's dried on quite nice. You can see the black coming through a little bit on the cloak there. It's giving me some really nice shading without actually having to do very much. Now I'm going to come in with some lead belcher. Let me just lead belcher, and I'm going to come in. I'm just going to not dry brush, but sort of just give it a brush down with lead belcher. Just across anything metallic that I think is going to be metallic. Pipes. It's coming off the top of the servo skull. His shoulder pads, definitely. I'm going to get his face as well. I believe most of his face is more cybernetic than anything else. His backpack. So all cybernetics on his arm and his hands. pistol. I don't know what type of pistol that is. We're going to get it anyway. Then I'm going to come in with some screw skull. I'm going to pick out the servo skull on top of him. I've actually just realised servo skull has a little bit of a eye socket, so I need to go back to lead belcher. Just picked it up. I'm now going to come in with some beaten copper. This is a very old paint, but any sort of copper colour will do. And I'm going to pick out a few bits on the metallic areas here. And yes, I didn't wait for the lead belcher to dry because I wanted to have I want to sort of wet blend it a little bit to give me a metallic-y, silvery look. I'm going to get his shoulder pads. The little things hanging off the back of him. Now we'll let those colours dry. Right, so now I'm going to come in with some rune lord brass. And I'm going to do something really sneaky here. I'm going to water it down a little bit more on the wet palette than you normally would. And I'm going to come in, just get a few selected areas. Now I do like rune lord brass because it's like a brassy colour, but it goes off into, really goes off into a nice metallic the further away you go from where you apply the paint. So it does pick out a few more bits and pieces on him. Gonna get this side of his backpack as well. Just so it just breaks the backpack up a little bit. Now where I've watered it down, it will go on like a wash. The next colour I'm going to come in with is some Retri Arma, which is a nice gold colour. And the same thing again, I'm going to pick out certain areas. The first thing I'm picking out is his crest on his head. I'll pick out his staff in his hand because that's his badge of office. I'm going to pick out the little symbol on the back. And the next colour I'm going to come in with is some corn red. And this is the tiniest little amount. It's a very, very simple step. I'm going to pick out his eyepiece. And the eyepiece on the servitor. Well, not servitor, sorry, his servo skull. And he has a little targeting thing here as well. Really going to pick that out. So just see how simple that is. It just really stands out past, you know, really stands out. Now that's not really a point of interest to me, but that's just become a point of interest. Now the corn red will dull itself down as it dries. Now I'm going to come with some white scars. I'm going to touch up the skull a little bit. I don't want to get all of that, I just want to get some of it so it does stand out. But white scars is the layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. There's one bit I missed. So I'm going to go back to Retri Arma. He does have these little lapels hanging off of him. Lapels, is that what they're called? And these buttonholes, should we say? Or these button pieces, I don't know. I think that looks pretty cool. Now, for all intensive purposes, this guy is battle ready. For those of you who are new to the channel, what that means is I can put him on a table and away we go. But what I'm going to do now is take him beyond battle ready standard. Now this could be a dry brush, this could be an edge highlight, this could be a wash, it could be technical paint, it could be dry paint, it could be contrast paint, various different things. The first thing I'm going to do is come in with some Lothern blue, which is a nice light blue layer paint, and I'm going to just edge highlight all of the raised areas on his cloak. Now don't panic, because Lothern blue, like I said, is a layer paint, so it will go on bright, but it will dull itself down. A lot of this shading on the back cloak's already been done because of the black undercoat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that paint off the brush, water down the Lothern blue even more that I have on there. I want it really watery, and I'm going to come in, just do this type of thing. You can see it's very little coming on there. It's more shiny water than anything else. It's very, very faint. This gives me a nice little bit of shade in there. It will dry very quickly. I could repeat the same thing in that little gap there. I'm not going to, but I could. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some white scars, mix it with the lead belcher on the wet palette to make a really light metallic colour. I'm just going to give you a look at this so you can see. Okay, you can see where I've mixed it, so it's like a grey silver. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some on the brush, and I'm just going to come in, get some of this gun. So what that does then is it breaks the gun up even more, so it's not as doesn't look like it's just a silver. It is just silver, but it's like different shades of silver. Actually, I'm going to just dry brush it along here as well. Now, because of the white scars in there, it's a layer paint. The same sort of effect happens as if you were just applying a layer paint by itself. It will go on bright, and as it dries, it dulls itself down, but you'll still have the highlight to let you know that you see how crazy that is. And we'll do the same thing again with the white scars, but with Retri Arma now. It's giving me such an amazing creamy sandy colour. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to catch the top of his headdress, so you can see it does really stand out. Again, it will dull itself down because there's the layer paint in there. And you get his little badge of office as well. I think I've got too much on there. Let's move it around a little bit. I think I messed up on these little staff there a little bit, but it doesn't matter. And this guy is done. Very, very easy, very simple. I could do the same thing again on here, the beaten copper, the beaten copper or rune of brass, one of them, but I can do the same thing again. I'm not going to. So any comments or any thoughts or anything about this model, chuck it below as always. Massive thank you to everyone who voted. If you're new to the channel, you're seeing this for the first time, hit the subscribe button because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to share this video with more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the buttons for me. Take it easy.